Hey everybody, it's some hot and fresh YouTube content. We're gonna play some Vampire Survivors just because it's been a while since I have. I don't know if I'm missing anything from recent updates. I thought it would just be fun to revisit. You know what? Let me get a little more Tachio action. I think we have played Green Acres. I feel like we've played Green Acres. You know what we need to do actually? We need to get 5,000 gold in one run, I think, to unlock the final character or something. Maybe we could still be Mortaccio. Why not? Just put me on the Mad Forest, though. I feel like that's the last thing that we need. Now, I have not played Vampire Survivors in quite some time, so I apologize if I'm a little bit out of whack, a little bit out of focus, a little bit out of, you know, understanding what's going on in the game. It kind of slipped back a little bit. We had some other stuff that we were playing, but here's the thing. I know what I like. I like a skeleton that throws bones. Like, that's like if you had a gun that shot blood. You would, like, your own blood. It's like he could be using those bones, man. But instead, he's, like, throwing them. What's up with it? Where did they keep coming from? I don't know. Must drink a lot of milk, I guess. So, number one goal, survive for 30 minutes. Number two goal, I wouldn't mind getting 5,000 gold in a single run. I'm trying to think about the best way to make that happen. Isn't there, like, I mean, I guess some of the passive upgrades we could get could help us out there. But I thought there was also, like, you can get gold perks, right? Isn't there, like, a get 25% extra gold option? Like maybe not, maybe I'm making that up, maybe I'm thinking about a different game. You could also just level up insanely fast so that you get money bags faster. I guess that makes sense. I'll definitely take an attract orb. Now, I will say, I really rely on chat when I play this on Twitch, because I don't know what things combine to make elevated weapons. I usually find myself asking chat. I'm trying to land an axe on that elite, man. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe if they fall, we can just have it fall on an elite. That's a heck of a skill shot. I don't remember with the axe. You know what? Let me get that crown. I think the crown's kind of a trap, but maybe with the attract orb, we could get there. If we're ever going to take a crown, I feel like 8% compounded over 28 minutes represents like a pretty good return for us. We do need to do some more damage, though. We're getting swarmed a little bit. Whoa! I forgot about those. That's why garlic can be a little bit more efficacious for you. Land a couple shots in here. We need some, like, wave-destroying power. We're getting mobbed here. I was literally just about to ask for the whip. So I feel like the whip is a bit of a melter. It doesn't have like a damage cap, like the axes disappear when they do X amount of damage. The whip just appears to get the job done. I'm not feeling too bad about it. Anyway, you know what? Forget 5,000 gold. We'll figure it out when we get there. I actually don't really like any of those, but we did finally get a chest. Okay, so one goal should be to get a weapon to... Okay, sure. Get a weapon to level 8 so that we can get its evolved form. How are we going to do that? Well, we're getting like 16% more experience. Our bones, I don't think, evolve. Candelabra door. I don't think it's you and the axe. I know that it's whip hollow heart. That much I recall. See, I have some short-term memory. There's been some scientific ink spilled over the existence of a phenomenon called mom brain, which is that after women have a child, they do tend to, and this is not me, don't be mad, they tend to self-report lower degrees of cognitive ability. Not like markedly, sure, grab that. Not like markedly diminished, but at least like I've noticed like some memory loss. I've noticed some, and you know, like losing my train of thought and stuff like that. I have a hypothesis about it, and this is not rooted in science, so it's categorically invalid. But I think that it exists, and it exists for dads too. But it's not, my personal hunch, and I can say hunch, because that is not implying that it's a scientific phenomenon, is that it's just what happens when you have responsibility for another human being's life and they're like incredibly vulnerable and fragile. And also, you got a lot more stuff going on. That's what we're looking for. Like, I had more stuff going on even before we had a kid than I did in my, like, you know, mid-20s or whatever. But after we had a kid, you got, you know, so many more errands, so many more things to clean, things to tidy. Did you pick this up? You gotta, you know, make sure you're there at daycare at the time. You gotta remember, you know, like security codes for what buzzer do I press to ring up the daycare. You just got more moving parts involved. So I don't think that it's like I've lost short-term memory. Like when I was 17, I could probably, if you had told me what items combine in Vampire Survivors to make evolved forms of the weapons, I would probably easily be able to tell you for like the next 5 years which ones do that. Now I can't, but I can tell you Whip and Hollow Heart do it. Could also stop and look it up, but I'm just hoping I remember. I'm hoping I just remember it instead. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty happy with our passives. I know that the Whip Hollow Heart gets there, so we've already got like one of them sorted. We're not getting super like overrun here. Mortacio's doing some stuff. I'm not sure the bones are all that in a bag of potato chips, but you give me the option to take a bone level up over like a weird little dove that kind of flies around and is Nelly Furtado, I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. I say, give me the bone. I say, give me the bone. I would love those axes to level, though. I'm trying to think of what there even is. There's Spellbinder. There's Clover. Is it Axe Clover? No, it's Crimson and Clover. Extra whip level. I mean, we could just get early Lifesteal Whip, and then I think we're off to the races. Let me tell you, by the way, I know we're only 7 minutes in here. Give me a bone. Cross works with something. Spellbinder? Clover? I don't know. Another thing that I want to say about Vampire Survivor is that it's a great game, and it's also $3, which is insane. But I do want to say, almost like every other game, if you have like a problem with it or like constructive criticism, it's really easy to sound like you have all the solutions to what ails you, right? Like in Super Autopets, you buff this, nerf this, and Isaac, more damage items, please. Less items that just are memes and don't do anything except make your tears go in a circle. In Vampire Survivors, what's the main problem with the game? It seems like it's kind of solved, right? Like it's so easy. If you know what the formula is for getting those like winning items, then you just build them. We'll go Fire Wand because it pairs with spinach. I do remember that. If you know the formula for the winning items and you make them, it seems hard to lose. But like, how do you balance around that level of difficulty without making the game impossible? But if you don't do anything, it's almost like it remains sort of trivial. That's something I think you need to be a pretty astute game designer to come up with an answer for that. Normally, I'm like, I don't know, just make your damage like, you know, 60% weaker or something, but nobody likes that. It's one of the many reasons I'm not a game designer. I don't have all the answers, but I do enjoy getting into the flow state of just dodging. Oh man, especially like, you know, things are starting to open up yet again. Let's get the pass through there. You know, after the Omicron surge here in BC, I'm sure it's similar in many other parts of the world. But, you know, I'm not going outside too much. I'm not hanging out at, you know, the Burrard Street SkyTrain station. One of the reasons is because apparently they're shutting it down for like 2 years. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could just take a major thoroughfare, like probably one of the top 5 most trafficked SkyTrain stations in Vancouver and just shut it down. Now, luckily, I mean, I don't need to tell you this if you're already Vancouver-pilled, aka you live there. But, you know, Burrard Station is right next to Granville Station, is very close to Waterfront Station. So, you know, it's not like you're sunk, you know, it's not like you got no other option. Please, I need more whips. But I don't get the experience of, like, you know, walking around through traffic that much anymore. And I felt like that was one of my great skills as a millennial, was, you know, knowing where I needed to be and engaging in the hustle and bustle to get there, and having, like, you know, a route, and whenever somebody in front of me, like, stops to look at their cell phone and breaks the flow of traffic, loudly going, and then, like, you know, like, I miss it. So this game kind of helps me still get that experience, which is nice, because honestly, I think you need a little bit of that to live. I think you need a little bit of that to maintain a happy life. Thank God there's a wall chick in there. I was getting a little scared, to be honest, because we're not gonna get a level 8 weapon by 10 minutes, I think. But we might not be off by much. Send it. Get that swarm. Get this swarm. We're kind of getting... overwhelmed isn't the word I would use, but we got to choose our paths wisely right now. I think we're going to get 2 levels. So maybe the dream is possible. And then when we kill the boss, we'll get our first evolved weapon. I don't know, though. We have to level up a little bit faster than this. I think we've got to venture into the danger zone a bit. All right, now this is really going to cause us some problems. I mean, the attract orb is nice, but it's not a weapon level, which is really what we were looking for. So I think we got hard times in our future. I think, you know what this is? We were trying to get out of that Burrard Street SkyTrain station, but then while we were walking on the escalator, we noticed our shoe was untied. And now we got to figure out, okay, are we going to stop and tie that back up? Oh, wait, we're blasting. Or are we going to risk the shoelace getting sucked into the escalator and pulling, like, my entire leg off when I get to the top? I'll probably stop and tie it up. I think that gives us the most minimal chance of disaster later. 9 minutes in. Maybe this is the difficulty I was looking for. Okay, we got that goated attract orb crown combo. Look at this. Are we getting to 5,000 gold? That seems a little unlikely. We're at 700, a third of the way through. I mean, I'm sure that the rate scales up, but we gotta really pick those numbers up. Dude, you gotta take a duplicator. Like that, I know I didn't, because I was trying to think of what we need to take with the axe in order to get the axe to get evolved. But it's hard not to take a duplicator. Help. Woo! We killed that boss so fast! Our damage is actually kind of cracked. So I'm going all in on the crown, I guess. Fire wand's getting leveled. We're too evenly leveled right now. We need that, like, lifesteal whip. I think once we get lifesteal whip, we're gonna get a little room to breathe again. Now, why would you go back into the plants? I guess they do have some experience gain if you kill them. And if you don't kill them, they just disappear. So it would be nice to get their experience out of them, but... Scale all my damage by 10%. I'll take it. I'll take it. We need more, though. Crown me. Crown me. I'm very happy with our damage potential. I just, like, I want a whip that steals blood. I want axes. I don't even remember what the axes do. I think they become scythes, or maybe the crosses become scythes. This is why I gotta play less Mario 64, man. I'm so out of practice. If this ends up becoming the next esport, I'm gonna be embarrassed. We didn't really have any other viable options on that one, unfortunately. The attract orb should still have... Okay, this is where nightmares are made. I need to get to the orb, but I also wish to not die in the process. Candlelight... Hold on. Hold on. Vampire Survivors Evolve Weapons List. How to get all the evolved weapons in Vampire Survivors. Axe and Candelabrador. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Close that tab. Thank you, PC Gamer. Give me Candelabrador. I want the orb. I'm willing to fight for it. Because we got to work our way up. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Pardon me. Throat's getting a little dry. I realized I got 20 minutes before I could go out for a glass of water. Okay. No, it's good. We got that natural lubrication in there. Great work. Level 6. I know it was either the whip or the axe. Either one would be fine with me, but I feel like we went with that axe. Let's stick with it. Honestly, let's get that whip going. Let's get them both going. I see a red one there. Oh. Level 8. Okay, next elite could drop evolved axe. That would save me some pain here, without a doubt. We may also want to look at what levels with the bracer, because that's one of our other passives. We have one more weapon spot available. Get that whip going. There's got to be something. Attract orb is really doing some work. We could get swallowed up here pretty quick, though. We really need an elite to show up and then die. Get that damage scaling. Get the damage scaling. Kill the bat. If we kill the bat... Oh, you needed to drop a treasure chest, you piece. I don't know if that's even how it works. I'm still ignorant to a lot of the mechanics in-game. Well, here's your decision-making process, okay? I'm looking again. I gotta reopen that old tab. Hit you with the Control-Shift-T. Bracer works with knife. That's unfortunate. Okay, so which one of these do we just like the most? I feel like Rune Tracer has the best chance. With no other passives available, Rune Tracer has the best chance to just be good on its own merit. A couple of turkeys. Hold on. We don't need a laurel yet. We still have one more weapon slot available to us, which we would be looking to get a knife for, probably. Give me the attract orb yet again. Give me the turkeys. I think this run could make it, man. I was scared for a while. We made it through that, like, first little difficulty spike at 10 minutes. Now I'm feeling okay. Get that Rune Tracer popping. When you see a knife, you gotta snap take it, okay? I'm ready for it. You know what they need to do? This is where I'm gonna lose you. You know, I had you for a while. This is where I'm gonna lose you. They need to turn this into a battle royale. I'm half joking, but half like, what if? How would they do it? Well, you could still have the world be populated by enemies. You could keep everything almost exactly the same, except add in 15 extra human players every round. And then you could get into PvP fights just by walking close to somebody. Wouldn't that feel cool? Wouldn't that feel like you were in like a wizard's duel? Like Gandalf versus Saruman? I didn't realize, when I talked about a difficulty spike at 12 minutes, I didn't realize there was a difficulty spike at 13 minutes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take Hollow Heart. I know you're probably saying Laurel. Laurel's probably goated in a situation like this. I'm sticking to my plan. I made that plan during more sane, unemotional times. Now I'm panicked. I don't want that panic to necessarily adversely affect my decision making, okay? It's actually a lot harder to play without having people able to shout out where you are missing, not projectiles, but like health objects on the floor. Do we not have a boss that can give me an evolved piece of equipment? I'm hurting, man. There we go. There's one. Okay, you gotta sneak through the graveyard. We gotta land some axes. We do much better like attacking above. So like it being below us is very bad. But if I'm just gonna sneak right by it, then we're gonna fight our way up. Please, please. We got a turkey in there somewhere. Please, you know, dude, it might give me a double evolved. We might be off to the races. That was scary. What? Okay, we got scythes, but we were not ready for our evolved whip yet. That's fine. I can live with that. Requires candelabra door. Now our axes will be stronger, and they will also pass through enemies. There we go. Are we on... Have we gone so far that we're now on standstill meta? Like, we don't have to actually move? It appears that that is indeed the case. We will move, because it allows us to pick up 33% more orbs as a result of our incredible attract orb synergy. I still think 5,000 gold is probably not incoming. Let's get the base speed of our projectiles higher. I don't know if that's... That seems to me like prioritizing shot speed upgrades in the Binding of Isaac, but... If you're not familiar with Isaac, that would be a strategy where I would politely say I wouldn't recommend it. How's that working out for you? I'm scared still. Give me the XP. It still matters to me. In this situation, I don't think we've had our next level whip yet, so that's, like, unfortunate. But if we... Maybe that's the one we got. Maybe that was level 8 that we got in our last chest. Then you give me the lifesteal whip. Now we're back. Now... You should have killed me when you had the chance. Because now we heal off of every crit, right? Every time you see a crit, that's HP in our pocket. Oh, baby. Okay. So now I'm feeling comfortable. I feel like 2 evolved weapons is like where you need to be to realistically stand a good chance. Now you just got to keep your head in the game. You got to stay dodging. As long as we're able to accomplish that, I believe in us. I believe in our abilities. I believe in our power. Honestly, I think that it's just funny to have faster projectiles. Things traveling faster is humorous. As a result, I will place some priority there. Okay, not a good way to lose half of your life, I would say. Fires 1 more projectile. Screen's about to get a little busy. One of them, in the mid-game of Vampire Survivors, my main goal, apart from blowing up and acting like I ain't know nobody, yum, 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 like Riff Raff, my main goal is to get strong enough that in the late game, we can kill enemies before they make the screen run at like 2 FPS. So we're really gonna build for, like, you know, the Horde right now. A lot of people will tell me, they say, NL, you gotta build Clock Lancet so that you can freeze Dracula over and over. I would give up a spot for Clock Lancet and engage fully and happily and completely with the meme that you have proposed. But they need to give you some benefit. Like, every 5 seconds you stay alive versus Dracula should give you like 1,000 coins. If they did that, I could be persuaded. I guess we should be working towards the fire wand. I've been kind of like haphazardly picking up upgrades. That's not a viable strategy. I like it though. Where am I? I think I gotta move my camera. I think I gotta be like more like that. It's not just to show off the Peloton, okay? It's just there was an OBS update. Somehow the OBS update. No, it's more like that. Yeah, now we're talking. The OBS update kind of, it changed my camera crop. I've been obsessing over it all day. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing that, like, you now have a mustache, and you're like, what? I don't have a mustache. And then you ask your wife about it, and she's like, you always had a mustache. And you're like, what? No, I didn't. And then, look, this is a movie. It's a French film from the mid-2000s called La Moustache. It's an existentialist psychological drama. You can look it up. It's a real movie, I promise. I swear to you. Okay, level 52 at 17 minutes. What happened to all the enemies? There was supposed to be, like, a lot of guys here. And they were supposed to give me a lot of experience. Things your mom said in the college dorms. Hi-oh. I'm sorry. And not that there's anything wrong with that. As well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying you might feel differently because she gave birth to you. Either way, I need more enemies because, like, my experience is stalling out. How dare you? Knife! It's exactly what we asked for. Okay, hold on. This elite is going bye-bye. No chance. You got no shot. Some of the easiest money ever made, without a doubt. We're not even close to an evolution yet. I think we might be in stand still meta, honestly. Fire wand. I'm wishing I took some more fire wands earlier. That's okay. Give me a little stand still. We'll just scratch our eyeball a little bit. We got lots of cat fur flying around the house right now. Cats are shedding. 'Tis the season. I feel like cats kind of just shed all the time, though. Like, they always have an excuse, right? So, oh, the winter's coming. I have to shed my summer coat and get a winter coat. Oh, the spring's coming. I have to shed my winter coat and get a spring coat. Oh, it's summertime. It's so hot. I'm shedding because I don't want to have that much fur on me. Because it's too hot out. Oh, it's the autumn. The leaves are falling, and that gave me an idea. You know, it's just like, just admit you like shedding. And you like hearing the sound of the vacuum, and then live with it, okay? I just don't understand why you're so obsessed with me. Thought we salvaged a little bit of a punchline there. I want to be swarmed by mummies. More. This is not enough mummies. I will increase my base area as much as I have to. We need weapon levels. I need more experience, and I'm willing to pay the price to do it, okay? What the heck is all this XP doing down here? I'm willing to taunt them a little bit. These are mummies, right? What the heck is this? The last act of the cabin in the woods? Why are there so many different monster types? I'm a skeleton. I'm fighting mummies. I'm fighting zombies. I'm fighting ghosts. I'm fighting plants. Like, make up your mind, man. And then, I guess this game posits that Dracula is the king of the monsters. Hey, by the way, did you know, maybe if you watch the rest of the Vampire Survivor VODs, this is fresh YouTube content, maybe if you watch the VODs, you already knew this. Did you know Nosferatu and Dracula are two different guys? When I thought about it for a second, it made a lot of sense, because they don't look alike. But I had always operated under, oh no, under the pretense that Dracula was just like, Dracula was like the Joel Schumacher version of Dracula, and Nosferatu was like the Zack Snyder version where it got a little grittier, and he was like, I'm not suave anymore. I'm just kind of like a weird dude. Anyway, sorry. That was big. We got our skulls. I'm happy to see them. We don't appear to be at risk of immediate death, which is nice. We have one more evolved weapon potentially coming. We need that knife to get up there. Dude, we're actually, like, eating levels right now. Let's go. That knife is already kind of starting to cruise. We're never getting to 5,000 gold in a single run. I hope that I have that wrong. Like, I hope that you don't need 5,000 gold and I just misheard that somewhere. But we did intentionally build a run where things would be kind of hard early, but we would be balling late. And that appears to be how it's going. Like, the next boss, oh my god. The next boss that dies should give us our final evolved weapon. We picked up 15 levels in a minute. This is incredible. We'll get that evolved knife. I don't even remember what it is, but I'll be happy to see it. The only thing is we're not going to scale that well after this. We're not going to have, like, any huge increases in our damage, I think, because almost everything is maxed out. But that does give us a lot of time to farm big money bags. Hopefully that'll give us a nice, a little bit of hopium on the way to 5,000. You guys, like, aren't even doing anything. I'm a little surprised. I thought I was gonna, like, embarrass myself on this run. I actually feel like this might be the easiest run of Vampire Survivors that I've ever had. We may regret those words. I don't know how the difficulty, like, spikes and scales. Like, maybe 15 to 20 minutes is hard, and then 20 to 25 gets you into a false sense of security or something. But, I mean, like, for now, this is, like, a gimme. I mean, you guys aren't even, like, moving. You're not even, like, doing anything. I'm just, like, I'm a blender, man. I'm basically just a blender. Would you give me a treasure chest and then give me my evolved knife? Would you give me a treasure chest and then give me my evolved knife? Would you ever consider, I don't know, giving me a treasure chest and giving me my evolved knife? Just kidding. Unless you're gonna do it, gonna do it, gonna do it, gonna do it. Thank you so much. Now, we never stop shooting knives. Kind of like that character from Mystery Men, played by Hank Azaria, who was always throwing spoons at people, except this time they're knives. You ever see Mystery Men? Mystery Men is one of the earliest movies I remember being excited for and then being very disappointed by. I was probably 12 when it came out. I was very excited. Huge Ben Stiller fan. Huge Stiller head. I was like, how could it be bad? I guess it wasn't bad. It wasn't that good. Yeah, also, I think there's like a generational divide. Like, I'm like a mid to late millennial. Or like, I guess an early millennial. A mid to early millennial. I associate the Smash Mouth song All-Star exclusively with the film Mystery Men. You can go watch the music video. The music video for All-Star is themed around Mystery Men. It was the anchor song for the movie. I think people younger than myself, by a couple years, All-Star exclusively exists as like a Shrek song in their head. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying there's like a dividing line, right? It's funny. The passage of time. Well, for the time being, I don't think we really have anything risky to us until like the final couple of minutes. Like we are doing some serious melting. Partly because I looked up on PC Gamer how to get the evolved weapons. Oh, I opened a book for 2 seconds to learn the controls. Get over yourself. I kind of wish these flowers would go bye-bye though. I would, if this was Twitch, now we would be placing our bets. Are we going to get to 5,000? It seems almost impossible. We're halfway there, and we're 5/6 of the way through the runtime. But we're killing more enemies than ever, probably. Every level is giving us 25. 25 is not really a lot. I mean, you're trying to get to 5,000, so you need 200 money bags to get there. We'll probably get like 25, but actually we only need 100 because we're already halfway there. And then add in 25 coming from getting to level 100. Maybe some randomly dropping from the enemies. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I think it's not gonna happen. But I think it's a little bit more likely than I originally gave it credit for. Especially this could level us, hypothetically, or not. Okay. If that couldn't do it, I don't think we... Oh, but there's a boss. What if we kill a boss and get 5? We get 5 items from the treasure chest, and then these items are all big coin bags. Alright, well, I don't know about this, man. I don't think we're getting there. Maybe it's a false dilemma, though. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to unlocks to begin with. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you to rip off Vampire Survivors. But if you're an amateur game developer and you're inspired by watching Vampire Survivors, don't remake Vampire Survivors. Make a game inspired by it that's a free-to-play Vampire Survivors style battle royale on Steam with cosmetic purchases or like a $10 battle pass that you can work your way up. You could play it for free, but just add in that... Oh, man, I'd be feasting. I know it's not that easy. I'm not saying, like, do it by tomorrow. I'm just saying if you're looking for an idea for something that I personally would find interesting, then there you have it, okay? Now, for all the belly aching I did about how there's no way we're ever going to get to 5,000 gold, am I the only person looking at this and saying it appears to me like there might be a chance? 3,200? We need 1,800? Kill a couple of bosses, couple of big treasure chests. 19 more levels equals roughly 500 more. I mean, we still got a long way to go now that when you put it that way. We also need to get to level 100 in the first place to make that happen, which might not be possible, but the power-ups are helping. I keep waffling. But it's like it's the only thing keeping me going right now. If I wasn't obsessed with getting to 5,000 gold, I would be like, you know, we're just walking around in a circle. You know what this is? Now it's no longer like having to walk around and like dodge people. This is actually what it's like to be in the grocery store with a stroller. Like, people get out of your way. It's the first time in my life I ever felt like, rather than having to like use superior locomotion to just sneak right by you and get like the fajitas that I'm looking for, people are like, oh, excuse me, sir, let me get out of your way. I.e., the way the world should have been the whole freaking time. I'm joking. It would be nice, but... Okay, triple? Come on. I don't think we're making it. 25 is just such a... It's a low-level amount of gold, man. I guess we get 179 for opening it, too, right? Or is... I don't know. I don't know how this works. This is why I need Twitch chat to tell me how things work. Not things in the real world, but in the digital world, in the metaverse. I already have my own anchor for how things work in the real world. Whether or not that is actually representative of reality, it's the model of how I see things. I don't need any help with that. In fact, I would resist any help with changing that model at all. It's comfortable now. Even if it's steeped in misconceptions and misinterpretations. I mean, honestly, why would the self-checkout at the grocery store be out to specifically just impede only me? Hold on, 4,100? You got me? You got me thinking. There's a lot of champs in here, man. They got me thinking. 4,200? More levels, please. We've only got 100 seconds to make it happen, so we need to get like 8 gold per second. Strikes me as somewhat ambitious for sure. But there's a lot of elites in here. I see a big gold coin down there and a little silhouette of a man. One thing's for sure, if you take one floor chicken when you meant to take gold, you could probably cancel Christmas. I don't think we're making that. 4,400. At least we're keeping people on the edge of their seats. Now, how disappointing would it be if we got there and there was no secret character and I had been operating under old intel and misinformation? If I were fake news, I would be devastated. I would have to delete the video. The backlog for everything is actually really small right now. There's no way. This video's going out no matter what. Hold on. I'm starting to get some hope. Can you take me down here? I need to get some of this loot down here because there could be golden coins in it. Just gonna sneak right by you. 4,700. Hold on. For the first time, Nate Silver is now predicting that we will get enough gold. That's a huge milestone. That guy's only wrong sometimes. Huge. We're actually gonna get there, and it wasn't even close. We're actually there. We need one more level. It'll be here any second now. There it is. Look, 5,000. Wow, it really was the easiest run I've ever seen. I had no idea. I would like the treasure chest still, though. Could you guys just... I'm just going to sneak right by you. I'm just going to sneak right by you. If you don't mind. I don't think we're getting that. I got to get to it, man. I got to run to you. Like Bryan Adams, when the feeling's right, I got to run all night. Big money bag. For no purpose whatsoever. Dude, we overshot the heck out of this. I'm glad we committed when we did. I don't think we do this without the attract orb. I think the attract orb is the only thing keeping us going. Go ahead, face me. Alright, you got me. You should see the other guy. A new character, Domario. Or unlocked Croce. What? Oh, what the heck? I got 2 new characters. What the heck? Three unlocks? Who the heck is Croce, man? Starts with 1 revival? That's not Croce. That's Midnight Mass, man. Dom Mario, that's also kind of Midnight Mass. How much do you cost? $9.50? I don't know how much I paid for that. But, dude, that was a good run. I was so pogged up, I forgot to look at our stats when the run was over. I can't believe we did it without greed, too. Reroll once per rank allows you to get different choices when leveling up. That's good. That's good stuff. I don't know. We can't afford anything else. But hey, Vampire Survivors. I think we'll run another one pretty soon. Maybe not like today, but this week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!